You talk about kids, people thinking of a 13-year-old, a 16-year-old, an 11-year-old. But how then do you free yourself to say, this was an adult that made that decision? Because you've got parents who are listening, who are watching, who have served themselves a life sentence of not being able to forgive themselves for the decisions adult children have made.
Yeah, I don't feel guilty about anything. And I had family members because me and my son, I had to put some space between me and my son because it was things that he's, said, during his addiction to me, where I was driving around Birmingham looking for him to kill him myself because I was that mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a black dad. You just can't say certain stuff to me.
Right.
Like I'm ready to fight you in the middle of the street. And I didn't have a full understanding that addiction caused that kind of behavior because my niece and my nephew were totally different. They were still, yes, sir, no, sir, I understand, or whatever. Well, my son was just something, it just affected him differently. I thought he was just being a jerk. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to say anything that will, in his memory, he was a great kid.
No, I get it.
He was a great kid, but drugs and alcohol would come in and turn them into a completely different person.
Yeah.
And I had to create space, but I had to protect the rest of my kids.
Yeah.
I didn't throw them away because I created space, I was still trying to help him.
Yeah.
Rehab was $70,000, like on the table. Pull your credit card out right now.
Wow.
And it was $70,000. I did it twice.
Wow.
I did the best I could. I sent him to college. I fought for him. When he was at an age where he could decide what parent he wanted to stay with, I fought for him to come stay with me. Stayed with me, and I remember driving him off to Alabama State University, going in there myself, setting up his dorm room and hanging up. We listened to the Big E and Tupac all the way down 65. And you look back at all of this stuff and say, well, what do I have to feel guilty about? I cook meals, I didn't even, and sometimes they would run, you were gone all the time. I'm like, listen, I'm no different from a mom or dad that's in the military.
Right.
I might be gone performing on the weekend, but I come back during the week, or if I'm gone for a week, you there with my mom and my dad,
right,
or whatever, you in the house or whatever. So we can't feel guilty for having to take care of you. Right. We have to work to take care of you. And some hours are during the time you're home, and some hours are during the time you're not home, or whatever. I did I wasn't a perfect parent, but I did the best I could.
That's all we
for my
expect.
Kids.
Yeah.
And when you go back to that video, the video shows it.
No, it's powerful.
When they get a certain age or whatever, you can do what you can, do the best you can for your child. They get a certain age, they have decisions that they have to make. My dad made a bad decision. I lost my dad and my son the same way.
No way.
That's what this book is about. The book connects my dad's death.
Yeah.
To this is gonna blow your mind. I try not to get emotional because I'm in therapy right now for my dad's death. I hadn't even got to my son yet.
How long ago did your father die?
My father died April 11, 1974.
Wow.
And I can tell you every single thing that everybody had on at that funeral on the first 3 rows and where I was sitting. I can tell you everything that happened that Friday night. I can tell you from Smith and Gaston Funeral Home to New St. James Baptist Church. And I remember sitting there watching my grandparents cry like that. And that tear me up. They dead and gone. But that tear me up to this day. I haven't even got to my son yet as far as the therapy and the things that I'm talking about in my therapy. I'm stuck on that. I didn't cry at my son, because my granddaughter was looking at me. And I don't want her to have the memory of her papa crying.
Yeah.
Like I had a memory of my grandparents crying.
Right.
So I sat there in that church while Leandria was up on stage singing God Is. And man, I took that like a G. And I had to do it for the rest of my family and the rest of my kids. I cried when everybody left the house.
Yeah.
I cried when my son went off to Alabama State. All right, Dad, you straight? I said, I'm good. All right, Dad, he kept coming back in. Dad, you sure you good? He was the last one to leave the house. I said, look, I'm straight. So I got up. when I walked him out to the car, acting like I'm looking in his car. Hey, you need to put some air in the tires. I said, okay, I'm coming down there tomorrow. That's my little thing with him. I'm coming. Okay, I'll be in Montgomery tomorrow. We'll go to the little Jamaican spot downtown Montgomery. We'll have lunch or whatever. I never would let my son leave with me sitting in that chair with my legs crossed because I know what he's thinking. And my son feel bad.
Right.
You know, Dad, you straight? I'm good. Last one to leave the house. All the grandkids gone, everybody gone or whatever. So I don't want parents to feel bad about doing the best they can because being a parent, it does not come with a handbook.
Yeah.
You know, man, these adult kids or whatever, Kurt Franklin and I, we sat down and had several conversations about stuff, man. You know, I just hate it. And sometimes the devil, I don't know if it's the devil mixed with bad decisions or whatever. Only thing you can do is pray and cover your kids. And you feel like it ain't working out, you got to protect the rest of your kids because, you know.
No, that's heavy.